welcome to my channel. Well, what you have here are two knives that are amazing, and what's even more amazing is a viewer gave these to me. All right, a SE5 and an SE6, brand new, with the sheaths and everything, and also sent an extra leather sheath that will work with both of these knives. Now, there are a lot of reviews out there of the SE5 as being like an ultimate survival knife. It's a 1/4 inch thick spine, but it's got a nice saber grind to it. It's kind of hard to see, but it's beveled in there, and it's sharp. It's very sharp. This thing weighs about a pound because of the solid tang and everything. It balances more towards like the middle. It's not really super blade heavy. This is just my initial impressions of it, and man, I've been wanting a Esee knife for a long time. I was looking at more like a SE3 or a 4. The 5 I had looked at and thought that it's a tank, and I would probably be going more towards a 6 because of the thinner, a flat grind and stuff. But now I have both, and it just constantly, I'm always amazed at the generosity of my viewers. Now, you don't have to send stuff to me. It's just like the comments, commenting back and forth. I get to know people and, talk to people. And to me, that's more valuable than any knives or stuff like this. But this is just an example of really great people there are out there, that sit there and look at it and say, you know what? You need a knife here. Here's a knife, and, don't send me anything back. It's just amazing. So this is really a wow for a whatever Wednesday, because I never expected to get around to getting an Esee, because they're, for what you get, I think they're worth the money, but they are up there in the price. They're usually over $100 for these knives, and these are both in 1095. Esee makes them in S35BN for people that want more edge retention. I work with 1095 all my life. These are Rockwell hardness to around 57, so they're not the toughest and strongest edge retention, but as far as toughness goes, a more brittle knife is going to chip. And I tell you, I'd rather have a steel that I can touch up in a field than something that chips and takes a big chunk out of the knife. After a while, you're going to have a serrated blade or something. It depends on what you do. But I've watched these being tested. Joe X broke this knife. He couldn't break the tip. He tried and tried. He couldn't break the tip. But he broke the knife by taking the spine and beating on a metal oil well casing pipe. Just kept whacking and whacking on it, and eventually it snapped. Now, the thing is, any knife can be destroyed. The amount of abuse you've got to put one of these through to destroy it, you deserve to have a broken knife. I think if you're in a situation where you're just spine whacking the hell out of your knife on a metal pipe, why? Well, I understand. He's testing knives till destruction, and that takes a lot of the BS out of knife companies that say our knife is super tough and everything else, and then it gets in there and, admittedly, one of the first things you don't do with a knife is go attack car doors and windows and smash on bricks. It's painful to watch Joe X do that, but it's good that somebody's doing it, because you can't always test knife manufacturers. You can't always trust them with their test. Some are honest, and other ones just, you know, they try to make everything look good for them. Now, the competitors of this is like a Becker, and some people say that the BK has a skeletonized handle that is a weak point for it. For myself, I'm probably not going to do a whole lot of batoning, although you can. There's nothing to worry about batoning with this knife. Like I said, for myself, in batoning, it depends on where you live. If you live up north where it's always cold and wet and icy, getting to dry wood, you may have to baton. Also, if you're in a perpetually wet environment, like a tropical jungle or something, everything's going to be wet on the outside from rain or dew or humidity, and it may be difficult to get to softer, drier wood and stuff like that. Myself, like I said, I'm no super expert woodsman, but I've been out in the woods quite a few times, and I've never batoned with a knife. I never even knew that was possible before until watching YouTube. So, but this is a knife that can do it. Now, this knife right here actually weighs less. This one weighs about 1 pound. This one weighs a little bit less. It's balanced a little bit better in the hand. Well, it's about the same balance. It feels like this one has more weight forward, but it's just a lighter knife. It just feels more nimble in the hand. Some people don't like a forward finger choil. I like them when carving. Yeah, if you had it down here, you could put more pressure if you had the blade going all the way back. But both of these knives are excellent. I think, I don't know if this one might be flat dark earth. This one may be, it looks like sand, desert sand tan. But, you've got a nice little pointy point back here for breaking windows or whatever you're going to break. This one has now these don't have, a lot of people complain they don't have a flat spine for a ferro rod. I can find a place to strike a ferro rod on this thing if I need to. These are two knives that if you take them with you, you're not going to worry about not having enough knife with you. So, once again, a person that did this, I'm going to remain, I'm going to have their name remain anonymous. And if they want to say they did it, fine. But, I mean, I'm just respecting their privacy. And just know that I'm never going to give these knives away. If anything ever happens, I'm going to try to have these knives with me. And you can't ask for much more. Also, the warranty on these are amazing. It doesn't matter who bought it. It's like a lifetime warranty, almost no questions asked. I think they even replaced the one that Joe X did. They should, because it gets a lot of views. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to say thank you once again, anonymous viewer. This is awesome. And I'm currently carrying the 5 with me. I've clipped it on my belt. These come with excellent Kydex sheath. This one has a way you can just pull this up here to keep it from coming out, and push it down to just let it come out. Just a all around great knives. And now, after handling them, I realized that yeah, I need more Esee knives. I need a 3 or a 4, and yeah. But once again, I just want to say thank you to everyone who watches my channel, and thank you especially people that send stuff in. I greatly appreciate it. You're getting me into knives and stuff that I wanted to get into but never got around to, and I should have I should have gotten an Esee a while back after handling these. There's some things you just can't, they just don't translate well in video, you know, and one of them is the feel of the knife in the hand. You can get contoured handles for these. You can get molly packs for the sheath, you know, that has a little survival kit. You really can't go wrong with one of these. The heat treat on these steel, you know, is excellent also. So there you go. That's my Whatever Wednesday. Two great knives, Esee 5 and 6. And you can't go wrong with either one of them. They're both great knives, and I can't say much more about them. No, this is not a testing video. It's not going out and chopping down trees and stuff like that. There are plenty of other videos out there if you want to see those on there. I just wanted to give you my first impressions of these knives. As someone that's handled quite a few knives in my life, and I'm impressed. I'm impressed with these. These are really impressive knives. There you go. I'm repeating myself. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.